Hi, my name is Adam Borsay. I'm a student here in the state of Ohio, so I will be comparing the ACA code as well as the document that I found on the internet to the Ohio regulations for counselors. And so the first thing I went and I found a document for informed consent form for an new patient intake form from a private counseling service called Hopeful Counseling LLC. And I went and found that it was a very large document, but in it they had a whole section that was the informed consent section. It was 3 total pages in this section, and it went through all the expectations that they wanted to have clarity for a new patient coming in for counseling services to their center. And so a couple of the things that I noticed or I saw in it that I found encouraging. Overall, I would say as an amateur in all of this, it felt fairly thorough, that 3-page document. But it's very, very clear in the beginning that it states what a client can reasonably expect. It says very clearly, like, we're going to be partnering with you to help you pursue some life goals and help equip you to, life skills kind of statement, which I thought is really important because they are, the ACA and the Ohio code, both are very specific in that there needs to be clarity, that you can't give false promises to a client. And so it was right off the bat in their intake form that they wanted to say that. Also, they were very clear in the intake form about money and fees, and that's something that I've seen in the reading, and also in the Ohio code, just their clarity for a patient to understand like how finances work. The one thing that I saw or did not see actually in the informed consent document for Hopeful Counseling was actually they don't have anything in it concerning termination. And both the ACA and the Ohio regulations for counselors have a lot to say about termination issues between a counselor and a client. And actually, it's in Section E of the Ohio Code of Informed Consent that they really go into a lot of details about how important this is. And while I'm sure as a counselor you don't necessarily want to lead off with, if we have to terminate the relationship, this is what you can expect. They don't have anything in the document that I was able to find that not only would indicate what is the legal rights or what the client can expect if the relationship has to end for a variety of reasons, or even like what to do if the counselor is hurt and unable to meet. So I found, just based on what we're studying in the text and what I've seen in the ACA and the Ohio Code, that's an important thing to have to indicate to a client so that they understand that if there's anything that happens and they are still in need of care, perhaps even in a crisis, what they can do in case something would happen. So if I was involved or knew this location, this counseling center personally, that'd be one of the things I really want to ask them. It's like, why would you have left this off? It seems to be really important. But overall, I found it really aligned with a lot of those expectations that you saw in the ACA and the Ohio Code for counselors. So I hope you guys are having a great week. Can't wait to continue learning in the class.